He wins his matchup up front, makes Carr kind of fade back in the pocket. And right now, it's a great decision by Derek Carr. Throw the ball out of bounds. Your team is up by 6 points, and the Buffalo Bills offense hasn't shown the capability to drive the football since the first quarter.
And Carr hands the ball to Murray. And this time the Bills ready for him. No gain. Murray's had a couple of nice runs in this one. Murray had a 25-yard run earlier in this game. He's rushed for 79 as they get a little chippy. Stephen Charles on his way to the sideline. 3rd down and 10 for the Raiders.
Hey, he's down.
And the 3-and-out story has been big.
Solid. Hey, you guys, don't go. Shut.
Carr steps into it underneath. He's got Thompkins. And Thompkins looks like he's got enough for a 1st down. Stephon Gilmore on the coverage. Thompkins, who caught that 50-yard bomb from Carr in the first quarter, as Gilmore is on the ground.
You're going to see Thompkins come across from your screen to the left there. And I'm not sure exactly what happened there with Stephon Gilmore, but he is down right now.
Very physical quarterback Gilmore. Injured his arm, his forearm last week on the first possession, trying to tackle Eddie Lacy of the Packers. He stayed in the game, though, toughed it out, but he is down once again here in Week 16. We'll take a break.
I want to pump you up.
No. We want to pump you up like
that's
that.
it.
You put the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
I want to pump you up.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That was terrible.
This is not a joke. Let's try it again.
I want to pump you up.
It's like we're talking to a wall.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of sick game you're playing.
Knock. Hello.
I want to pump you up.
I can't do this anymore.
Training is hard. Saving is easy. Get a discount double check today.
And the wolf was huffing and puffing.
Kind of like you sometimes, Grandpa.
Well, when you have COPD, it can be hard to breathe. It can be hard to get air out, which can make it hard to get air in. So I talked to my doctor. She said,
Symbicort could help you breathe better, starting within 5 minutes. Symbicort doesn't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden symptoms. Symbicort helps provide significant improvement of your lung function. Symbicort is for COPD, including chronic bronchitis and emphysema. It should not be taken more than twice a day. Symbicort contains formoterol. Medicines like formoterol increase the risk of death from asthma problems. Symbicort may increase your risk of lung infections, osteoporosis, and some eye problems. You should tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it.
Symbicort could mean a day with better breathing. Watch out, piggies.
Symbicort. Breathe better, starting within 5 minutes. Call or go online to learn more about a free prescription offer. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
CBS Tonight, the mayor of Steeltown is going undercover.
I'm a little bit nervous.
But will he drop the ball?
I'll make sure you ain't a girly girl. Come on, throw it up in her like you got a pair.
And what makes one employee scream?
Thank you, Jesus!
Find out on a new Undercover Boss, CBS Tonight.
Very talented corner Stephon Gilmore headed back to the locker room. Shoulder injury last week and went through the concussion protocol, and this replay shows you why as he hits the ground falling back.
Yes, whiplash. You see the back of the head hit the ground here. And the NFL, you know the rules with the concussion protocol. They're going to bring him in the locker room and make him go through the series of tests.
Independent physician will check him out. Ron Brooks is in for Gilmore. McFadden gets the ball. And McFadden still on his feet, and a 1st down for Darren McFadden.
Oh, baby, that looked like the old Darren McFadden right there. Goes into the middle of the defense there, has the vision and speed to bounce it outside. Nice to see Darren McFadden have a little success.
Well, Latavius Murray, as you see, Ron Brooks, who is in for Gilmore. Latavius Murray doing a lot of the carrying for Oakland, but McFadden still in there, and a quick strike out to McFadden. Very little gain for the Raiders running back. That was Brooks. So just a heat check. See if Brooks is engaged in this game.
Exactly right. Had a good safe play call for the Oakland Raiders. A screen pass. Hopefully Darren McFadden, what they're really hoping there, just can make a guy miss and get some yards upfield. It's the new modern day run game in the NFL. Sometimes these screens, that's what people do instead of just running the football.
180!
See those rushing yards over their average. They've been very good as Murray twists his way down near midfield. Again, it does bear mentioning that Marcel Darius went out and the Raiders almost immediately started to run the ball with more efficiency, and it was Murray with a number of those big carries. So now you've lost Darius and Gilmore. Darius is not coming back with a knee injury. Long and lean, Latavius Murray.
3rd and 5. Look at all the people standing up at the line of scrimmage, just trying to confuse the protection of the Oakland Raiders. Who's coming, who's dropping into coverage. Makes it hard on any quarterback.
Carr sends it out to the flat. Here's Rivera across midfield. Powers his way near the first down as Michael Rivera. That second effort on the catch and run.
Well, they end up, you see all the people standing up, they end up only rushing 3 and dropping 8 into coverage. And Derek Carr makes a smart decision knowing that there's nobody open down the field, gets the ball to Michael Rivera, and now we're going to measure it to see if he gets the first down or not.
Yeah, the Raiders not happy with the spot. Bills defensive coordinator with a keen eye on this measurement. Wow.
Just got it.
Yeah, he did. First down. Oakland, that second effort by Rivera moves the chains for the Raiders. Top 5 defense across most of the major statistical categories. 9th in rushing yards allowed. It's been one of the premier defensive units in the NFL.
Yes,
but they've got 2 key losses right now to deal with.
Yes, they do. But Jim Schwartz, defensive coordinator, ex-head coach of the Detroit Lions, he's done a very good job with this defensive unit. They don't do a whole lot schematically. They just do what they do, and they're very good at it.
Play action with Murray. Carr lets it fly. It's caught by Holmes and out to the 35-yard line. Picking on Ron Brooks in the secondary again. Is Andre Holmes with his first catch.
Well, a lot of cushion by Ron Brooks. Understandably so. Andre Holmes is a deep threat. He is a guy that once he opens up, he can really run. And Brooks, having played a lot, he's going to play a little conservative here early just to get used to the speed of the game.
That's the matchup to keep an eye on. Top of the field with Holmes and Brooks. And on first down, the ball is out, but Carr able to recover. Ooh. Had a very costly fumble last week that totally turned the game for the Raiders in Kansas City.
It looks like he might have re-aggravated that ankle injury that's been bothering him a little bit the last few weeks.
I don't know, maybe clutching the back of his leg.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
It was the left ankle in London, a left ankle injury last week, and
looks like he got the knee of Mario Williams. Hits Derek Carr right in the left buttocks area. If you like that proper phrase there, buttocks. Hopefully it's nothing more than just a little Charlie horse dead leg type of situation.
Well, in the meantime, Matt Schaub, the backup quarterback, starting to get some throws in to loosen up as Derek Carr will exit the field here. Now, Carr has been able to remain injury-free for the most part. Did have a couple of dings. This was against Miami and London, left in the 3rd quarter. Injured his ankle and his knee. And then last week, injured his ankle again against Kansas City. Was hit by Tamba Hali. He did remain in the game. Also had a thumb injury that was at the end of that Kansas City game. Said it, a lot of swelling after the game on the flight home. So he's out. Matt Schaub is in, who was brought here to be the starter until Derek Carr took the job from him. during the preseason.
Well, it's great that they have him just for a situation like this. It's nice to have a veteran who you know has been there and done that to handle a situation. Second and long, though, if I'm the Raiders, I just run a draw, something real simple.
Yeah, and right away, the play clock, it's 0-0. Wait, Schaub did get the timeout call, but that's the second timeout for the Raiders.
Costly.
Second timeout.
Do not like to see timeouts in the second half, especially in the third quarter. So precious. It's okay to do those things in the first half, but having 3 timeouts is the difference of maybe another possession at the end of the football game. And I think Derek Carr is going to come back in. I've seen him tell a few people he's okay. I think we're going to see him re-enter right here.
Yeah, and with the timeout, he can re-enter. A reminder, tomorrow on CBS, 'tis the season for a holiday episode of NCIS Los Angeles. Join in the fun tomorrow, 10/9 Central, only CBS. This Raider crowd lets you know who they prefer in at the quarterback position right now as Carr returns after the timeout.
52, Frank.
Raiders down to 1 timeout and a long way to go here.
180.
Second and long. Carr out to the sideline. Thompkins. Well, he's been one of his favorite targets this afternoon. Kenbrell Thompkins.
Kenbrell Thompkins just running a little quick out, but look at the space. Ron Brooks, 10, 12 yards off the line of scrimmage. I'm so happy to see this Kenbrell Thompkins success. He's a guy that's close to the Sims family. My brother went to El Camino Junior College with him. They were roommates there. I root for him. He's a good kid who's been through a lot and worked his way into the NFL.
He's got 4 catches today. Again, Carr to pass, and at the feet of Rivera. Carr has been terrific throwing the ball on this drive, at least with completions. He's now 5 for 7.
Well, it looks like Carr was just hoping he would either cross the guy's face and run inside, or he wanted to throw the back shoulder. But young tight end, young receiver, they're continuing to grow with their experience with each other. Timing and rhythm there is such a thing as far as quarterbacks and tight ends and receivers go.
Janikowski from 49 needs a hook and gets one. Sebastian Janikowski with his 4th field goal of the day. 19-10. Tony Sperano and the Raiders making a 2-possession game. A boomer by Janikowski, who's hit from 45 today as well.
Well, you can't say enough about head coach Tony Sperano. What he's done, taking over such a tough situation. They fire the head coach. He gets named the new head coach. He changes the culture, does some interesting things as far as adjusting practice schedules, workout schedules, very cutting edge, knowing that he has a lot of young kids on the team, but also knowing he's got a lot of older guys as well that he needs to rest. Tony Sperano is certainly one of the better coaches the NFL has to offer.
Well, now Kyle Orton and the Buffalo Bills. 2:36 remaining in the third quarter. Trying to get something going offensively.
And you see Sperano there. He's coaching up that offensive line. That's what he is at heart, is an offensive line coach.
Yeah, you got 2 head coaches in this game who have roots in that offensive line. 31 years of coaching for Sperano. He said this by far has been his best year, his favorite year to coach. He loves his players and they love him back. Here's Thigpen. And the Raiders doing a good job on special teams today. Bottle him up at the 17-yard line. Tony Sperano, and a lot of discussion. There's so much uncertainty here in Oakland. They feel like they've got the pass for next year. Reports are that they will remain here at the Coliseum next year, but you don't know about the staff. You don't know about personnel. Tony Sperano said, I've just been honest with everybody. No sugarcoating.
That's what I think makes him great. That's why NFL players, and you said it, the team respects him because they know where they stand with him. He's going to let you know if you're playing good or bad. And from my experience as a player, I just love when a coach is honest with me.
Worst field position to start for Buffalo all day. And Orton will pass. He's got his tight end Chandler in a short gain as DJ Hayden sends Chandler out of bounds.
DJ Hayden, a guy that was a high draft pick 2 years ago out of Houston. And I evaluated him coming out of the draft, thought he was one of the better cover corners. He's had a lot of physical issues, but finally healthy and starting to show his ability.
On second down, back to the air underneath Hogan. He's got it, looking for the first down and more. Chris Hogan cuts back inside and to midfield on a big gainer. Orton to Hogan, 31 yards it goes.
Well, Hogan coming across the formation, but you can see the size and strength that he has for a slot receiver, and then it's underrated speed once he breaks out.
Longest play since the 42-yard touchdown pass to Watkins. That was in the first quarter. That one intended for Jackson. We'll set up a second down.
It's not every day you got a slot receiver like Chris Hogan, who's 6'1", 220 pounds. He's very muscular. He's a workout warrior. And he's very smart in reading coverages for Kyle Orton.
A former lacrosse player turned receiver. Incomplete for Jackson, and a flag comes in. Got a huge mismatch out there. Yeah, it looks like they're going to get Justin Tuck based on his body language. He can't believe the call.
Before the pass was thrown, holding. Defense number 91. It's a 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
And the Bills will move into Oakland territory.
Well, you were all over it, Brian. You know, that's a tough call. I mean, he got a hand on him, but it's behind the line of scrimmage, and it certainly didn't look like he held anybody.
Tuck with his first year here in Oakland after 9 years with the Giants. Back to the ground game go the Bills. Nothing there for Fred Jackson. And Tuck is still hot. He is barking at the official on the sideline. Second down and 8. Nothing doing on the running game for the Bills today.
Looks like you're going to get pressure right there, maybe from Ray Armstrong. There he comes.
And Orton. And there's Sammy Watkins, breaks a tackle and plows his way near the 25-yard line. Sammy Watkins, who caught the touchdown pass in the first quarter. Well, another big gainer.
That's why you got to be careful blitzing this Buffalo Bills offense too much. If you go one-on-one with these receivers, they can make plays happen after the catch. You've seen it from Hogan and Watkins on this drive alone.
Started at the 17-yard line. Nearing the red zone here. Buffalo down 9. Jackson. And a flag comes in. Miles Burris wrapped him up. Short gain. We'll see about the penalty.
Holding. Offense. Number 70. 10-yard penalty. Replay. First down.
That's the center, Eric Wood.
Well, you'll see there's Eric Wood at center position. He's got the task of blocking big Justin Ellis. And it certainly was holding. There's no doubt about it. This Raiders defensive line, they got size. Antonio Smith, Justin Ellis in the middle, wet, 300-pound plus. C.J. Wilson on the edge at 300 pounds too. You can't run the ball on this defensive line very easily.
Pretty clean game. Just the third penalty for the Bills. Orton out to the sideline, caught by Robert Woods. So they get a little bit of that yardage back as the third quarter comes to a close. So the Bills driving 19-10. They trail the Raiders. We'll return to Oakland after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
Oh my, it's Rudolph. I'm okay. Happy anniversary, Rudolph.
Happy holidays from CBS. Don't miss the new hit drama, Scorpion. CBS Monday, 9/8 Central.
Miller invented light beer, and that changed everything. Great taste deserved great packaging, which led to new packaging, improved packaging, and ultimately, too many improvements, which led us back to our original look. Miller Lite. We invented light beer. You're welcome.
The getaway vehicle.
For all the confidence you need. TD Ameritrade. You got this.
Justified, the final season, premieres Tuesday, January 20th on FX.
Miller invented light beer, and that changed everything. Great taste deserved great packaging, which led to new packaging, improved packaging, and ultimately, too many improvements, which led us back to our original look. Miller Lite. We invented light beer. You're welcome.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
Buffalo had the first score, a touchdown to Watkins. Kicked a field goal right at the end of the first half. Oakland's outscored them 19-3 since that first quarter. Second down 13 as we start the fourth quarter. And Orton across the middle, caught Chandler, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Scott Chandler, 29-yard touchdown reception.
A great play. Great play call by Nathaniel Hackett. Big time throw by Kyle Orton down the middle of the field. Chandler beating Ray Armstrong in man-to-man coverage. And Brandon Ross just a little late getting over there to make the tackle to save the touchdown.
Back-to-back weeks with a touchdown for Chandler. Scott Chandler now with 3 catches. Dan Carpenter to try to make it a 2-point Oakland lead. Boy, that was a big drive for the Buffalo Bills as they cross into the fourth quarter. And Scott Chandler, the 6'7" tight end from Iowa, on the catch from Orton.
Well, you're going to see Chandler right at the bottom of your screen there. You see Ray Armstrong in coverage. Feet get tangled. Great throw, like we said, by Orton. And Brandon Ross, he's the single safety in the middle of the field. Looked like he was favoring the receivers, Robert Woods, Chris Hogan. But good play call, good execution by the Buffalo Bills offense, and a huge drive right there.
Oh, and how about Kyle Orton on that drive? 5 out of 6 throwing the ball, 87 yards. Remember, that drive started at the 17-yard line. Got through a holding penalty in that drive. It ends up as a 7-play effort, ends in a touchdown. 2 TD receptions today for Orton. He hit Watkins in the first quarter, gets Chandler here in the fourth quarter. And Oakland now up 2 over the Bills.
Well, if I had one critique of that Bills offense, it would be I'd like to see them push the ball down the field through the air a little bit. But you got to be careful as well, throwing too much on too many young players on that offensive side of the ball. And I think Nate Hackett's done a really good job of managing all the different young guys at the skill position and offensive line.
Deep kickoff. And coming across the 20-yard line, Atkinson, the return man for the Raiders. All right, a couple of big injuries here. Let's get you caught up if you're just picking us up. First, it was Marcel Darius in the first half and a knee injury. Tried to come back, Chris, but unable to return. And we've just been told that Stephon Gilmore will not return in this game.
Yeah, that's a big blow. That's 2 stars of this defense, no doubt about it. Their best interior defensive lineman in Darius and Stephon Gilmore, one of the better corners in football right now.
All right, let's see how the Raiders respond. Up 2. Just getting the fourth quarter started. Carr finds Holmes, and he's hit him twice here in this second half. Again, the Raiders are picking on Ron Brooks, who came in for Gilmore, and that's twice. Holmes has been a successful target for Carr.
I think you're going to see a steady dose of them attacking Ron Brooks. If they see one-on-one matchup, which they're going to have again here. Again, it's Ron Brooks, Andre Holmes. To see them here at the bottom of the line of scrimmage.
Hands it off. Latavius Murray. Short gain. Murray's got a chance at a 100-yard game today. That gives him 86 yards. And a 3-yard game. So some of the numbers from this one, the rushing story since Darius went out has been a big part of the picture for the Raiders, now up over 100 yards rushing.
Raiders have been very balanced. Buffalo has not shown any capabilities of running the football. I think you're going to see a lot of throwing the football by Kyle Orton and company from here on out.
Murray out of the backfield and pushes his way near a first down. Clock will roll on a second down, and it'll set up a 3rd and short as Carr hits Murray out of the backfield.
Yep, running a little swing route, halfback wide. But Brian Anderson, you hit it on it earlier. The guy always falls forward, always gets an extra yard or two. Now it's 3rd and short. A very good situation for this Raiders offense.
Get out.
Tackle eligible here for the Raiders. Matt McCants is in next to Penn.
No, we're good. Oh, hey, gap.
A lot of guys in the line of scrimmage for the Bills defense.
What's up?
Rivera and Reese will block, and Murray, it's pushed back.
I don't think he got it.
Yeah, it's going to be close, but looks to be a little bit short. The big linebacker, Nigel Bradham, is the one who stopped the pile from moving forward.
Nigel Bradham, Stephen Charles, but Bradham really makes the great play. He wins the matchup against Marcel Reese, the fullback leading up in the hole. And then Bills are athletic enough to rally to the ball and make sure that the Raiders offense doesn't get the first down.
And it's going to be a punt for Oakland. So Jim Schwartz's defense holds up. Marquette King, his 100th punt of the season. He has established a Raiders franchise record and is approaching an NFL record. Not exactly a record you want if you're the Raiders. End over end, fair catch. Thigpen will allow the Bills to start at the 24-yard line. And we do have a flag down. 35-yard punt for King. A 100 punts, had 11 last week.
During the kick, holding, number 30. It's a 5-yard penalty from the end of the kick. First down. Timeout.
So a drive that would have started at the 24. They'll back them up inside the 20 to the 19. 19-17 Raiders.
What you got?
What you got?
I got Kevin Durant.
That's KD, all right.
Shall we? Let's do this.
PlayStation.
2 yearly physicals down. Martha and Mildred are good to go. Here's your invoice, ladies. A few stops later and it looks like Big Ollie is on the mend. It might not seem that glamorous having an old pickup truck for an office or filling your days looking down the south end of a heifer, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Well, look at that. I had my best month ever and earned a shiny new office upgrade. I run on QuickBooks. That's how I own it.
That's your new boss?
Yeah.
Well, your boss loves the beach.
Really?
She's been to London, Paris, and her son plays baseball.
You psychic?
No, I speak Pandora. He went to Jared.
Celebrate life's unforgettable moments with a fabulous selection of Pandora charms and bracelets, including these charms exclusively at Jared, the Galleria of Jewelry, telling her life story with just a turn of the wrist.
You're good.
I know.
That's why he went to Jared.
We spent the holidays together as a Vikings family until the kids went to school, made new friends, and got married. Now we're a Vikings, Eagles, Bengals, Cowboys, Steelers family. NFL Shop, jerseys, gear, and gifts for the whole entire family.
You are watching the NFL on CBS.
Back in Oakland, and the Bills will take over after the punt. Fred Jackson wide open across the 20, still on his feet, and to the 26-yard line. Just some quick housekeeping here, even though Craig Rolstad announced it was a 5-yard penalty, actually a hold and a 10-yard penalty. So that drive, worst field position of the day for the Bills, which started at the 14. Now they're at the 26. The last drive began at the 17. They went down for a touchdown. Jackson cut down quickly by Justin Tuck.
Yes, I wouldn't suggest running screens at Justin Tuck. He's an older player. He's been a part of too many good defenses. He's seen the screen game a whole lot. Great job by him there, diagnosing it and making the tackle.
Makes it a 2nd and 14 on the 4-yard loss. And Jackson again, his 7th catch out of the backfield. And a nice move to get across the 30-yard line. So that'll set up a 3rd down for Buffalo.
Some zone coverage by the Raiders defense. And just a good quick decision by Orton to get one of his playmakers the ball in space. And Jackson does a good job making Ray Armstrong miss the tackle.
Danico Autry checks in for Oakland. 3rd down 5. Big one here for the Bills.
Looks like pressure to me. I think these two are going to come this time. Man-to-man behind it.
And Woods underneath the catch and close to a 1st down. He got it. Favorable spot. DJ Hayden was on the coverage and Robert Woods coming across the formation. And the chains will move for the Buffalo Bills. Quiets down this sellout crowd. And the final home game of the regular season here at the Coliseum. 1st down.
Right 77.
C.J. Spiller in the backfield and gets the ball. And Spiller fumbles. The ball is loose. The beanbag is down, and we'll see who comes out of the pile. I believe Buffalo jumped on. I believe Spiller got his own back, and he does come out with the football. Because that was the big concern, having not played, having not been hit in 7 weeks. C.J. Spiller returning from an injury this week.
Yes, just a little weak side run. Can't really tell who got their hand in there. Mayowa, looks like Benson Mayowa, number 95, got his hand in there. Good job by him, but good job by Spiller covering it up.
Robert Woods again. And a short gain, short of the 1st down. So to the 46-yard line. And that'll set up a 3rd and 1 for Buffalo. Season on the line for the Bills. They know they have to win out and get some help to have a chance at the postseason. C.J. Spiller in the backfield with Orton. And Orton, and almost picked off. Armstrong was there, a former DB at Miami, a converted linebacker. If he gets his hands on that one, he's got a chance to go the distance.
Yes, he does. And Ray Armstrong, that's what he's brought to this defense. Athleticism. He can cover for a linebacker, and you got to have coverage linebackers this day and age in the NFL. It's a passing league. So the day of having the 250-pound thumper every down, every play, that day and age is over. You got to have guys that can run with receivers and all the great tight ends you got in the NFL right now.
Drive stalls at the 46 of Buffalo. Colton Schmidt to punt it away. Carey is back. And that will bounce out of bounds. And that's where the Raiders will take over at the 20-yard line. 19-17, it's the NFL on CBS.
You can do this, Lou. Just gotta believe you can.
You fight harder than those other guys, and you win.
Come on, Louie!
Keep pushing! Come on, Lou. You're not dying! You are nothing. Come on. Come on.
Unbroken, Christmas Day, rated PG-13.
If you have moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis like me, and you're talking to your rheumatologist about a biologic, this is Humira. This is Humira helping to relieve my pain and protect my joints from further damage. This is Humira giving me new perspective. Doctors have been prescribing Humira for 10 years. Humira works for many adults. It targets and helps to block a specific source of inflammation that contributes to RA symptoms.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Talk to your doctor and visit Humira.com. This is Humira at work.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Intuit QuickBooks, supporters of small businesses and all the ways they own it. Amazon's new Fire HD, powerful tablet, endless entertainment. And by Jared, the Galleria of Jewelry.
Beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Oakland. The Raiders take over with a 2-point lead. And Thompkins, who has been a favorite receiver today for Derek Carr. Nice gain on first down. 8 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Derek Carr, he's thrown for over 3,000 yards today with for the season with his numbers today, and 327 completions, passing Peyton Manning, rookie quarterbacks, in the 300 completion club.
A lot of young guys right there. I think it shows you the state of the NFL right now about what we expect out of young quarterbacks this day and age.
Carr hands it to Latavius Murray, and the Bills will bottle him up. That'll set up a third down for Oakland.
A day and age of letting your quarterback sit there for a few years and get used to the NFL is over. When you're a high pick, you're expected to play right away. It's not easy, but Carr has really handled it well.
Rarely saw rookie quarterbacks start game one of a season and then go through the entire season. Carr has made every start this year. Week 16 here. He's the only to do it. Only rookie quarterback in the league right now to start every game. And Carr pushes it forward. Big push from the offensive line, and a first down for Oakland.
That was a long 1 yard, but get back there behind some big guys, and Gabe Jackson, Austin Howard, center Stefan Wisniewski. Great job there, just getting the first down, giving your defense a little rest, who's been on the field a lot here in the fourth quarter.
And remember, the Raiders coming into play today, the worst in the NFL converting third downs. It was a big conversion for Carr and company. Play action. And Carr looking down the field, is hit as he throws. Stephen Charles got to him, and he couldn't get anything on the pass.
Play action pass. They were looking to take a shot down the field here. Stefan Charles, though, beats Austin Howard, gets a hit on Derek Carr. Derek Carr will be very thankful that he gets these reps as a rookie. Quarterback, in my opinion, the most impossible position in sports to practice. You got to get out here in this environment to really get better.
Second and 10, they give it to Murray. And Murray finds some space across the 40, across the 45-yard line. A flag is down, however. Would have been enough for a first down, but this might be coming back.
Holding. Offense, number 61. 10-yard penalty. Replay, second down.
That's the center Stefan Wisniewski.
You see Stefan, he's the center, coming out on Jerry Hughes. Just gets the hands up on the shoulders.
And thus the room to run for Murray.
Yes, they're going to call that every time. When they can see your hands like that around the upper part of a defensive lineman's body, it's an easy call for refs.
Raiders involved in a penalty-filled game against Kansas City last week. It's been a pretty clean game in that category. 2nd and 20, and a screen for Murray. And the Bills are all over it. Mario Williams makes the play. And it'll be a long 3rd down attempt here for Oakland.
2nd and 20. My days in New England, they used to call that a G-bot play. Get back on track play. 2nd and 20. You're just hoping the defense is expecting a down the field pass. Maybe you can get a cheap 10 yards to get back in 3rd and manageable.
It's a loss of 2 for Greg Olson. Let's see what he has in mind here.
Hey, zone 52, zone 57. Zone 52, zone 57. 180. Watch out.
And Carr, he's got some time. Rolls, fires, got a big arm down the sideline. Holmes caught it. Andre Holmes into Bills territory at the 30. 51-yard hookup from Carr to Holmes.
What a play by Derek Carr. Offensive coordinator Greg Olson, he told us Friday meetings he would love to see Derek Carr.
And we welcome all of those coming across from the Dallas-Indy game. They're revved up here in Oakland. Just a big strike to Andre Holmes. The Raiders with the lead and driving here. Oakland has had a couple of big balls in this, big strikes in this game. They had a 50-yard pass earlier, and this one goes for 51 to Andre Holmes.
Andre Holmes, a big receiver against a smaller DB and Corey Graham. Derek Carr, great job extending the play with his feet. We talked to Greg Olson on Friday. That was the one thing he said to us. He'd love to see Derek Carr use his athleticism to his advantage a little bit more, and we've seen it a few times today.
Raiders are 2-12. Playing hard today, though. Buffalo, if they lose, they are officially eliminated. They're going to have to win out and get some help to make it. McFadden turns a corner, and McFadden out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Almost took it into the end zone. Official had him stepping out just inside the 2 in a 26-yard gain.
Well, just simply power football. The Raiders collapsed the left side of the defensive line for the Buffalo Bills. And McFadden, of course, we all know he is athletic enough to exploit a big hole in the running game.
180.
1st and goal for the Raiders. Trying to add to their lead. This is McFadden and belted down by Preston Brown. Talented rookie linebacker of the Bills.
You said it, Preston Brown. He's been another one of these young guys involved in this game that the future is bright, coming out of Louisville. I've been shocked with his athleticism for a big guy. He's around 260 pounds, but he stays on the field all 3 downs. He can cover, and you saw what he can do in the run game.
And McFadden still in there. Latavius Murray has done a lot of the workload today for Oakland. This is McFadden, play action, Carr, and that's Reed's catch, touchdown! Olawale out of the backfield. And the Raiders add to their lead.
Well, the Raiders have been running the ball with a little success. Fake the run. Olawale sneaks out, uncovered. Preston Brown looks like he's in coverage, but he had to respect the run fake first, and then just a little late getting out in the flat in coverage.
Doug Marrone sees the Raiders taken down for a touchdown. Jameis Olawale typically in there for pass protection, the better blocker of the fullbacks. And Derek Carr hits him for a touchdown. 26-17, a flag is down on the extra point.
point was good. Number 52, Buffalo, unsportsmanlike conduct. That ball will be assessed and the kickoff.
That's on Preston Brown. And they are revved up in Oakland. First career touchdown for Jamize Olawale. Carr hits another one, and the Raiders up 26-17 on CBS.
Hold for the picture.
At Intel, they have technology that can scan you in 3D. Here's my good side. Here's my other good side.
Can you just stand still?
Intel. This is where it all changes.
I'm Angela, and I quit smoking with Chantix. People who know me, they say, I never thought you would quit. But Chantix helped me do it.
Along with support, Chantix varenicline is proven to help people quit smoking.
It gave me the power to overcome the urge to smoke.
Some people had changes in behavior, thinking or mood, hostility, agitation, depressed mood, and suicidal thoughts or actions while taking or after stopping Chantix. Some people had seizures while taking Chantix. If you have any of these, stop Chantix and call your doctor right away. Tell your doctor about any history of mental health problems, which could get worse while taking Chantix, or history of seizures. Don't take Chantix if you've had a serious allergic or skin reaction to it. If you develop these, stop Chantix and see your doctor right away, as some can be life-threatening. Tell your doctor if you have a history of heart or blood vessel problems or develop new or worse symptoms. Get medical help right away if you have symptoms of a heart attack or stroke. Decrease alcohol use while taking Chantix. Use caution when driving or operating machinery. Common side effects include nausea, trouble sleeping, and unusual dreams.
I'm a non-smoker. That feels amazing.
Ask your doctor if Chantix is right for you.
Surviving the office holiday potluck? That's feast-worthy. Celebrate with KFC's new Loaded Potato Bowl. Mashed potatoes and diced extra crispy tenders, topped with our new bacon cheese sauce, green onions, and 3-cheese blend. Now in our $5 fill-up meal.
Only CBS has the #1 drama, the #1 comedy, the #1 news program, and the #1 news show. #1. Nobody does it better than America's most watched network. Only CBS.
Oakland, an impressive drive. 10 plays, 80 yards, makes it a 2-possession game. Derek Carr with his second touchdown pass of the day hit James Jones in the second quarter. And Jamize Olawale with his first career touchdown reception. Buffalo in trouble. 2:51 remaining in regulation. And after the unsportsmanlike, Janikowski will just send one into the net. And Buffalo will start at the 20. Set up for a good finish here. The East Bay Raiders lead it.
Get Macy's after Christmas prices now during our biggest sweater, coat, and boot sale of the season. Outerwear for her and him from Kenneth Cole and More, 60% off. Sweaters for her and him from Charter Club and More, 50 to 65% off. Boots from Bandolino, Mark Fisher and More, $59.99 to $99.99. And save 30 to 50% plus an extra 10% on select fine jewelry. Get Macy's after Christmas prices now. Doors open at 7 a.m. Plus now you can buy online and pick up in store.
Some things fall short on quality. And some things are all about quality. Like the Hyundai Elantra. One of 3 Hyundai models to receive a J.D. Power Award for initial quality. Right now during Hyundai holidays, take advantage of our best offers of the season.
Get the Hyundai Elantra for 0% APR for 60 months plus $500 holiday bonus cash.
The 2.5 Men epic final season continues. CBS Thursday, 9/8 Central.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Macy's. And by Bud Light, who reminds fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly.
Our aerial coverage of today's game provided by MetLife. Sellout crowd revved up They are behind their 2-12 Raiders, and they're trying to take out the Buffalo Bills. 2:51 remaining in regulation. And the Bills got to go quick here. Kyle Orton flushed out. Tuck's got a hold of him, and down he goes. Justin Tuck with a sack.
Well, it's Tuck on rookie right tackle Chantrell Henderson. They run a little stunt. Tuck fights his way through. Tuck's been all over the place today. He's had a lot of hits on the quarterback, made some very good plays against the run, sniffed out some screens. I think we're seeing the talent of this Raider defense. Been pretty impressive all day long.
Buffalo takes a timeout. Let's get you caught up here today. It started with a Buffalo touchdown, a 42-yard strike from Orton to Sammy Watkins in the first quarter, and then the Raiders went on a run. They outscored them 19-3. They had a long strike as well. 50-yard pass play to Thompkins. They were at a 3rd and 22 on that last drive was Oakland. And yet they go down, they get the touchdown from Carr to Olawale. Playing very well at home. The Raiders are looking for their 3rd consecutive win here at home. As for Buffalo, Chris, they know they have to win these next 2 games. They're at New England next week and then have to have a lot of help. Doesn't matter if they don't come back in this one.
Nope, they're going to have to put some points on the board here in a hurry. Backed up in a tough situation. Going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit.
Sammy Watkins, their downfield threat. Orton's looking for him, and excellent coverage by Keith McGill. Raiders a little banged up in their secondary if you're just joining us. No Terrell Brown this week. And McGill stepped in. He's done a good job today.
McGill's a guy I like coming out of Utah because of his size. Hey, we're all trying to find the new Richard Sherman in the NFL. Everyone, it's a copycat league. Big physical corners. Another good draft pick by GM Reggie McKenzie. He's a guy that can disrupt to the line of scrimmage. I like the future for the Raiders.
A lot on this one here. 3rd down, 21. Bills backed up on their own end. And Orton, too tall, intercepted. Picked off, Brandon Ross. 2nd pick of the day for the Raiders. And the 2 safeties get the interceptions. Ross joins Woodson.
Well, Orton moving in the pocket, trying to throw to Chris Hogan on the deep cross route. Has to throw it over some coverage, just throws it too high. And Brandon Ross, another guy in this defense who's played very well all year long. He's Johnny on the spot and gets the INT.
The Bills, not an offense necessarily designed to go down the field, at least with the personnel this year. Young receivers, ball control quarterback. It's a tough ask to try to score twice. Now the Raiders in great shape here. 2:22 left in regulation.
What's up?
And ball control, Latavius Murray. Murray's been outstanding today.
Buffalo going to call a timeout here.
They'll have 1 remaining. Derek Carr, outstanding rookie quarterback, and the veteran Kyle Orton. Huge win last week for the Bills, taking down Green Bay at home. Now then, a world of hurt here in Oakland today, and they've got New England next week. Next Sunday, through the flexible scheduling, the NFL on CBS delivers a doubleheader. You got serious playoff implications. Don't forget to check your local listings. JB, Tony, Bart, Coach, Boomer. The NFL Today will get us started next Sunday, week 17 in the NFL.
If you're the Bills here, you just want to stop and do a field goal. Don't let a run break out. Keep it to a 2-score game. You still got a chance.
What's up?
2nd down, Latavius Murray again. There'll be a loss. And the final timeout for Buffalo. AFC playoff picture. See the division leaders almost all but wrapped up. Still some work there with Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. Bills fans actually rooting for the Steelers today. They got their 10th win over Kansas City. Indianapolis's loss drops them to 4th and a 10-win team.
That matchup next week, Cincinnati and Pittsburgh, going to be for all the marbles in the AFC North. Pittsburgh can move up to that 3rd spot if they can beat Cincinnati at home, because they would have the tiebreaker in beating Indianapolis Colts earlier this year.
Now the Bills entered this final 2-game stretch with at least 9 losses each of the last 5 seasons. This year, a win would get them to 9 wins, which would secure a winning record for the first time since '04. Not to be today. Murray bottled up once again. Preston Brown on the tackle, and they'll take this down to the 2-minute warning. 26-17, the Oakland Raiders in their final home game of the regular season this year. They have the lead. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
You know, if you play football for a long time like I did, you're going to learn to deal with a lot of pain. But it is nothing like the pain that shingles causes. Man, when I got shingles, it was something awful. It was like being blindsided by some linebacker. You don't see it coming. Boom. It was this painful rash, little blisters, red, ugly stuff, lots of them. Not a good deal. If you've had chicken pox, we all remember chicken pox, well, that shingles virus is already inside of you. And it ain't pretty when it comes out. Now, I'm not telling you this so you'll feel sorry for me. I'm just here to tell you that 1 out of 3 people are going to end up getting shingles. I was one of them. Take it from a guy who's had his fair share of pain. You don't want to be tackled by shingles. So please, go talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about your risk.
This is the iPhone 6.
And this is the iPhone 6 Plus.
You know, the new A8 chip is so powerful it brings gaming to the next level. I mean, if you're into that kind of thing.
Yeah, if you're into that kind of thing. Watch out for that enemy turret, Kashka!
I got it, Glaive. All right, now let's destroy the vein crystal.
Wait, I'm gonna upgrade from Barb Needle to Serpent Mask.
I'm gonna buy some minion candy, too.
Don't forget an Eclipse Prism.
Why would I want an Eclipse Prism in a situation like this? Stop playing like a noob, Glaive.
Oh, really, Kashka? Like the time you took on Adagio with nothing but some journey boots and a scout trap?
I knew you were gonna bring that up!
Senator Tom Coburn is known as the godfather of the Tea Party. So what does he think of President Obama?
I just love him as a man.
That and other surprises tonight on 60 Minutes.
Ever wonder what it's like behind the scenes of your favorite TV comedy?
I love it so much.
On the set with TV's hottest comedies. Now that's funny. A new special CBS Friday.
Hey, we welcome you back from Oakland, and a reminder for those of you expecting to see 60 Minutes, you're watching the NFL on CBS, game between the Bills and the Raiders. Brian Anderson with Chris Sims. 60 Minutes will be seen in its entirety immediately following this game, except on the West Coast. Sellout crowd, they're enjoying every minute of it. 48-yard field goal attempt, no good. Janikowski trying to hit for the 5th time, but cannot connect. He has hit one from 49 and 45 today. And it leaves a little bit of the door open for the Buffalo Bills. First miss under 50 yards this season for Janikowski when they needed it most. Game summary started with a touchdown pass to Jones, and then the 4 field goals from Janikowski. Bills cut it to 2. Scott Chandler, touchdown reception in the last 2 weeks. And then Jameis Olawale, Chris, with his first career touchdown, extended the Raiders' lead. Orton and the Bills back to work. And there's Chandler again. And just nothing going. Ray Armstrong makes sure of it.
It's really not even worth to throw some of those balls over the middle short right now with no timeouts. You got to either push the ball down the field to get chunks of yards or throw the ball towards the sideline so your offensive player on the Bills can get out of bounds and stop the clock.
Loss of 2, 2nd and 12. And pressure, Orton springs free. and winds it up. Delivers it to the sideline, Fred Jackson. And he's still on his feet across midfield. Jackson to the 40, 35, and knocked out of bounds around the 30. So Fred Jackson, a 34-yard pickup for Buffalo.
What a great job by Kyle Orton, staying on his feet. The presence to find Fred Jackson. Orton gets the ball here. Little pressure in the pocket. Antonio Smith makes a move, but what a great job just finding Fred Jackson. And Fred Jackson just does what he's been doing for years, getting yards after the catch out of the backfield.
8 receptions today for Jackson. And Orton, a lot of time. This time hits Jackson again, catch number 9. C.J. Spiller did return to the Bills roster today, and he played, wasn't very effective. In the second half, especially the fourth quarter, it's been Fred Jackson mostly. Minute 27 in regulation, and possibly in the season.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, B.A., but the one thing I'll say here for Buffalo, no completions over the middle here. You got to push it down to the end zone or out by the boundary. It'll take too long. You'll waste precious seconds by spiking the ball.
Bills are out of timeouts. Play clock at 2 at the snap. Orton steps up, dumps it off. Jackson again. There is a flag down. Our referee, Craig Rolstad.
It's going to be on the Bills.
Illegal formation. Offense. Number 14 covered the tight end. That's a 5-yard penalty.
It's on the rookie, Sammy Watkins. Or Doug Marrone. You can't have that this stretch of the game.
Yep, you see Watkins up here. The tight end's on the line of scrimmage as well, so he's covering up. That's what makes it an illegal formation. That's the price of doing business when you got a lot of rookies on the field. That's part of the growing pains right now for the Buffalo Bills and their offense.
Second down. Orton with time. Now rolls. He's got Jackson out there if he wants it, but he's going for the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Woods. Robert Woods springs free in the end zone. A 30-yard strike from Kyle Orton. And the Bills still breathing here with 1:09 remaining.
Well, so often in these situations, defensive linemen, of course, out of breath. They're not able to rush the passer with quite the same aggression as early in the game. But great job by Orton and a great job by Robert Woods making himself available there. DJ Hayden falls down. Woods, another one of these young skill guys that makes this Bills future look so good. Woods, Watkins, C.J. Spiller, Chris Hogan, a lot of good players on this Bills offense.
How about Orton today, his numbers, but that drive took up just 46 seconds. 4 plays. Buffalo goes down, scores a touchdown.
That's Oakland's third and final charge timeout.
Had to take a timeout, did Oakland. Justin Tuck was injured and was trying to walk off under his own power, could not. So the final Raiders timeout. Dan Carpenter. And the point after, he's got it. And the Buffalo Bills within 2. 1:09 remaining in regulation. And a quick touchdown for Kyle Orton. Just a reminder, tonight on CBS, it begins with 60 Minutes and Scott Pelley reporting from Cuba, followed by a new episode of Undercover Boss, The Mentalist, and CSI. That's tonight only on CBS. Well, if you're Buffalo, you got to get the ball back. It's actually another penalty flag down here.
I think they might have thrown a flag on Justin Tuck because he came out here to yell at the refs. I think it might be a personal foul penalty or unsportsmanlike conduct. I think he felt like he was held on the touchdown throw.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Oakland, number 91. That's a 15-yard penalty that will be assessed on the kickoff.
Wow, assessed on the kickoff. It backs him up.
And you see Tuck, there he is in the middle of your screen. Now watch as he spins. He's gonna get pulled to the ground. It is holding. You can see the guy falls on his ankle. I believe that's Eric Wood. So Tuck has had some tough calls against him today, and he lets his emotions get the best of him there.
Well, just to give it some context, earlier in the game, Tuck actually went out in coverage in the flat, was called for defensive holding, didn't agree. He barked at the official. Had a costly penalty last week, unsportsmanlike, with an elbow to the jaw of Kansas City quarterback Alex Smith, and that was a huge penalty in that game last week and a loss for the Raiders.
Well, hopefully for Justin Tuck, it'll be a moot point. It all comes down to this onside kick here. Either way, if the Raiders recover, they will be able to kneel on the ball, and the game will be over.
And because of the yardage, though, if they do recover, if the Bills do recover, they're in a golden spot to possibly kick a field goal to win this game. Here it comes. High bouncing ball, and that is Charles Woodson. There is a flag down. Woodson secured it.
Going to be offsides on the Bills.
Woodson had an interception today. Still playing great. 17th year in the league. Waiting the call here. A former Raider draft pick, Doug Marrone. Had a great relationship with Al Davis. Said he used to visit him often while he was a coach at Syracuse.
Kicking team, number 57. 5-yard penalty after the end of the kick. First down, Oakland.
All right, no timeouts left, and the Raiders can seal this one up.
You see the line of scrimmage there. You can't cross it until the ball's kicked. Looked like it was Boobie Dixon, number 26, who was just barely above or beyond the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they called it on Ty Powell, but I agree with you. It looked like Boobie Dixon.
It's fitting. Charles Woodson kind of started the turnaround with the big interception early on in the game, and then he gets the onside recovery to seal the deal.
Well, it's something here. Buffalo has not won a game here in Oakland since 1966. They did have a win in LA, but Doug Marrone is going to see it come to an end here, his playoff hopes. Tony Sperano and Raider Nation. They've seen the Raiders win their last 3 home games. A lot of discussion earlier this week about the Raiders. A lot of questions whether they'd even be in Oakland next year. Reports are coming out that it looks like they're going to extend the lease by a year. San Francisco Chronicle reported that as well. And the Raiders win for the 3rd time, and the Buffalo Bills officially eliminated, and the playoff drought for the Bills continues. Longest in the NFL. Last time they were in 1999. Well, Derek Carr continues to impress. He's now up over 3,000 passing yards this season. Started every game as a rookie, the only rookie quarterback to do that this year, and he'll have one more week for his rookie season to come to a close. All right, Chris, playoff picture starting to come into focus a little bit now.
No doubt about it. I think the big matchup, of course, is San Diego, Kansas City next week. We got to look at that. Cincinnati, Pittsburgh for the winner. The winner takes the AFC North. And then Baltimore, they got Cleveland coming into town. That'll be a big game for them. Never a dull moment in the NFL. Should be a great week 17.
Yeah, I got a lot of great action next Sunday, next week on CBS. Final score, 26-24. Now tonight on CBS, 60 Minutes, followed by a new episode of Undercover Boss, The Mentalist, and CSI. For Chris Sims, I'm Brian Anderson saying so long from Oakland. You've been watching the NFL on CBS as the Raiders eliminate the Bills.
And so you can see, you're like right here, I can just, check my policy here, add a car, speak to customer service, check on a claim, all with the tap of my Geico app.
Oh, that's so cool.
Well, I would disagree with you, but that would make me a liar.
No, dude, you're on the Jumbotron.
Yeah, I pretty much walked into that one.
Geico. Anywhere, anytime. Just a tap away on the Geico app.
CBS Sports presents